Hello. All right. So let's do some testing. Volume seems about right for this lapel mic. There's some feedback coming out of that monitor. Feedback definitely coming out of that one. That's a lot of noise. All right. Don't know if that's going to make a difference or not. Let's see, testing. We got this going. Yeah, there's a lot of noise coming out of that guy. Let's see what we can do about that. That may be something we're going to need to change. So let's turn that down. All right, let's see how this sounds up here now. I can still hear it right here. A little bit. Okay. These were not what I heard. What am I hearing? Let's come back out this way. That speaker. Yeah. That speaker. That's too loud. Do I hear anything from this one? When I get close. Yeah, it doesn't like that. Same with that one, but that I'm hearing right here. No other sounds coming across microphones. No other microphones are on. There's noise coming out of that speaker. That's too loud. Volume's up too high on that. That may be part of the issue we're having. So if that's the case, all right, yeah, this is par for my day. Getting stung by a hornet, having issues with the mower. Yeah. Troubleshooting this guy, hour and a half of sleep. We're doing awesome. Let's turn this down. Now I can't hear me though. Right here. So what if we turn that down, turn this guy up? Does this help any? No. How about now? Yes. Yeah, that's pretty loud. So let's go back down here. Let's see where that's at. This is, I hear noise from right here. There's noise coming out of that speaker. Nothing else going on. There's still noise out of that. Actually, now that I turn my head, I can hear that one too. Okay. So we're getting noise coming out of both those speakers, almost like static kind of noise. Monitors are turned all the way down. No other microphones are on. Just relaying this so when I go back to listen at the video, I know what has been done, what hasn't, and can try to work on figuring out why there's a potential echo, but it's not ideal for static type noise coming out of those speakers when there's no other noise going on. So that is an issue. But if I turn that volume down too low, then you don't hear this microphone that I'm speaking out of, which is still the lapel mic. So let's crank this down just a hair. And let's see how this sounds. Need to find out if I can still hear me talking, which it does not appear to be the case. I don't hear static anymore, but I don't hear me talking. There's also no feedback as I get close to these. Hello? So, okay. So I don't know if my voice is going to get picked up in the video or not right now, but I'm able to walk completely up to both those speakers while this microphone is still going. Hello? If I raise my voice, does this help any? I know I'm more of a softer speaker, but there's still really not much coming out of that speaker. And if I continue to raise my voice and come over to the other one, so this would be stage right, I'm still right under it, no static, no interference with the mic, lapel mic. All right. So back here. So that has got to, let's turn the mic up. How about that? I have got the lapel mic turned up. I can hear now coming out of, at least I feel I'm hearing speaker. My voice is coming out of the speaker, yes. And I can hear it. But while I'm talking, it's hard for me to hear the speaker because I hear my own voice since it's closer. But I do hear reverberation coming out of those speakers while I'm talking right now, especially back here towards the back, which would make sense because those speakers are angled more towards the back of the room, center back of the room, than what the front is. So this is picking me up, and I am talking a little bit louder than I normally would. I feel I am probably talking about as loud as Pastor Jacob would be talking. This is probably a better setup. I can definitely hear, as I'm walking back, I can totally hear it back here, but it's not too loud, and I know we've had complaints from several members of the congregation that it is too loud. This may be the setting we need to work on. So right now I am on the lapel mic volume control. The main level is sitting just past the 1 tick mark, we'll call it. And looks like the lapel mic, I'm sitting at 3. So we're about halfway up on the lapel mic. So I'm going to slightly adjust speaker to about 1.5. I can totally hear that, but I'm hearing almost back here in the sound booth, hearing kind of a squeaky kind of noise. So I'm going to leave it sitting here at 1.5 for the main level volume control. And I'm going to leave the lapel mic at number 3, so I'm halfway up. And now as I move into the center back of the congregation, I can totally hear exactly what I'm saying. I can hear it over my own voice. Even as I'm coming up to the front of the congregation, I can still hear my voice over these speakers, even as I'm talking louder. Coming up onto the stage, I can still hear some of the, you know what? This is the echoing. I think the echo we're hearing, now that I am standing up here on the stage and talking and I think this is the echoing we're hearing. It is the speakers, because it's almost a slight delay as I am talking, but I can hear it bouncing back actually off of that back. You know what? I think it's going through the foyer door that's open and it's reverberating back at me, and that might be what we're picking up as far as the echo is concerned. I think our volume levels have been off. They're too loud, and I feel that's causing issues. So I am going to close this back door, and I'm going to see if this helps any back here. You know what? It sounds slightly better. But I can hear back here. I'm able to hear these, and I don't know if I'm talking as loud as Pastor Jacob is speaking when he's up here, but while I'm up here, there is still an echo coming off. There's an echo coming off. The way these speakers are positioned. I mean, I'm not a sound engineer. And maybe we need to get a sound engineer in here, but based on other experience I have in other fields, I feel these speakers pointing back there, because we got very flat walls in the back for the most part. We've also got two little alcoves on either side of the foyer that may also be capturing the sound and shooting it back. That could also be causing some of the echoing effect that we're hearing. Okay. I think we're starting to figure out what may be going on. I can definitely hear myself through these speakers right now, even while I'm out here with no issues. We may need to set up a time to have Pastor Jacob come in here, and we probably need to start working on some of these sound settings, the volume control, because I feel this may be the loudest we want this to be. I can hear very well, and while I'm back here, I'm actually hearing almost some echoing coming over the speakers, probably because I'm sitting in the back and I can hear it coming off behind me. And I've got the microphone back here. So the sound coming out of the speakers are coming back here. They're hitting this microphone as I'm talking, which is causing, I'm assuming, additional echo effect. So while I'm here, I can still hear some of I can hear echoing. I can hear it coming definitely back from the back this way towards me. This may be the issue we've been having, is the speakers, the setup. I'm wondering if we shouldn't get some kind of sound dampeners, like the foam, like sound absorber type material, and put a few along, like maybe towards the back side of the congregation, sound booth area, maybe some in the alcove. I don't know. Again, I'm not a sound engineer, but I think part of the problem is we're getting some echoing coming off from that back wall coming back up here. So this is live recording. This is also going to be, this is recording as well. So there'll be a recording of this. We can kind of fall back on, look back at, and see if, as I've been making these adjustments, and as I've been up here talking and moving around and doing some of this testing, if some of this hasn't been, some of our problem is our volumes and which dial is dialed, volume level is off. So I feel this is probably a better setup right now than what we've had. Pastor Jacob may disagree with me, but just based on what I'm doing right now, what I'm testing, what I'm experiencing here on the floor as I'm moving around, walking around, and testing some different volume controls on the main level and the lapel mic, it feels that this would make sense. Again, I'll have to listen to the recording. So another thing I'm going to try, because we've had some issues, is with the big, I guess we'll call it gain mic or boom mic. So let's turn that up a little bit. And let me see, I'm going to turn this mic off, go up there and talk into it, see how that sounds first. Okay, so that, yeah, I can, well, I'm probably too close for this because we're supposed to be back more. Move around to the sides. So I'm on stage left. I think I've got video. I don't have these TVs on nor that one. But I think I've got it set up to see pretty much all this. So stage left all the way to the side. I am now standing directly behind the Rode boom mic, gain mic thing, but I'm hearing something. Not quite sure what I hear yet, but all right. And all the way over stage right of this. Did I say stage right earlier? So I was on stage left. Now I'm on stage right. Back here behind the taped markings on the stage up here. I'm talking kind of my normal level. So I'm aiming right towards the mic as I'm talking, and turn my head a little bit to talk out towards the congregation, and see if that makes a difference one way or the other. So hopefully that'll match up with the video and be able to tell sound-wise with what I am, direction I'm talking versus what we're hearing, and then now talking at the mic, that this makes a difference, keeping the same volume coming out of my voice that I've been talking this whole time. As I come around to directly behind it, kind of doing the same thing, looking off towards stage right, out towards like fellowship hall, just to see if there's any kind of a change there. Moving all the way over to stage left, facing out towards congregation. Now I'm pointing directly towards the mic, talking straight in line with the mic off from this angle from stage left. Trying to keep the same volume on my voice the whole time I've been talking, to try to keep a baseline testing. So, you know, variables, when we're doing testing, you should only be making one change at a time, see what the effect is, and then adjust from there and continue with testing. So I feel I've been up here long enough talking as I'm moving around to stage right of the mic and talking back directly into it. I feel this has probably been long enough. Working on that. I am now going to restart the lapel mic. Give myself a little extra room with this guy because it keeps not wanting to sit well and come off. So, yo, yeah, huge echo. Hello, yeah, even with this, yeah, if I'm just a little shy right here, I can hear a lot of echoing, even worse, a lot worse than I heard earlier when that was off. So while I'm talking now, also getting that that testing done to see if while I am talking on the lapel mic at the same time the boom mic is going, is turned on, definitely I can hear a major amount of weird, echoey, almost electronic type of noise coming back at me from what it sounds like is the back of the congregation, coming straight down the aisle right at me. It could be off, I could be hearing from the sides, but it sounds like it is coming and bouncing directly off of those walls and the door and coming straight back. And again, even with that door closed to the foyer, there is still those two alcoves that, I mean, that could be channeling. That's kind of making a bit of a valley to kick that right back this direction. So, I mean, again, not a sound engineer. I am more of a computer IT guy, cybersecurity, hardcore cybersecurity, digital forensics. But I know my way around computers, but audio this is a different world. I'm trying to learn it as I'm going and doing these types of testings and doing more research online definitely will help. But I think for sure we probably should get somebody in here who knows what they're doing with an audio and knows what, you know, gain levels and frequencies and all that that should be set for like this kind of an environment with the type of structure that we have in the back, the speakers, the microphones, the directionality of everything, right? So, okay, I think that's been, you know, I've been talking for quite a while now, but I'm coming back to the boom mic, and as I'm talking here, it's even worse now. So, yeah, so that may have been a big problem too, is if we don't have that boom mic volume completely turned down, we definitely are going to get something. I'm positive from that. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to double check what the volume levels are for the boom mic and restate what, oh yeah, this is way loud back here, like super loud now. And weird, ooh, that is really weird back here. Yeah, I can hear up coming out of that speaker very much a electronic type of noise mixed in with my my talking, you know, my conversation with myself or whoever may be watching this video other than me. So, all right, now I'm back here to the back. So boom mic is right at the 2 tick mark. So the number 2, there is a looks like a 0. Actually, that's not a 3. Is that 5? Those are 5s. I don't have my glasses. You know what? Let me go grab my glasses real quick because I left them up here at the podium. Let me do this real quick because I may have been wrong with the volume levels earlier as far as the numbering, because I can't see without my glasses up close, and those are really small. And this is really hard just to talk because I'm just talking to talk and trying to find things to say to keep this going. So we can find, oh yeah, those are 5s. Okay, so just to re-clarify what all of these volumes currently are sitting at, the lapel mic is currently at 5. The boom mic actually would be more of it's on the 3rd tick, which I guess that would be, I don't know, two to three and a half-ish. So, but it's from 0, it's the third tick mark. It's the last non-filled in tick mark, just before you get to the 5 tick mark at the top of the dial. So if that makes sense. Oh, I'm hungry, I haven't eaten. So that's the boom mic. So main level then. Main level volume is sitting between the second and the third open ticks. So probably that I would assume would be right about the 2.5 mark, since these are on a 10 scale. But the ticks don't quite match up with like either single or or like double digits, I guess, double, like go by 2s, yeah. So main level is sitting about 2.5, halfway between the 0 and the 5. Boom mic is sitting at that third open and the last open tick before the filled in one at the 5 at the top. And the mic, the lapel mic is sitting right at the 5, straight up and down, or I guess straight up. So those are the current volumes settings for each of those. So with that, I am turning the boom mic back down to 0, so 0 volume coming out of that. All of this, I did move that monitor volume down to 0, so I am going to go ahead and push that to the first open tick mark from the 0. So I guess it's technically the second because the first one is 0. So the first one from the 0, which is the second open one. So I guess what, 1 3/4 maybe? Yeah, we'll go with that. So monitor's up at that now. Oh, even back here, that's even louder, way louder. As I'm walking up to the stage, that is, I can hear like all around. So speakers I can hear coming out of these guys. But when I am not, too close. When I am not talking, and this right now is the only microphone on, is the this lapel mic, there is static, a bit of static coming out of these monitor speakers down here. Yeah. So there's yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Again, I'm not a sound engineer. My suspicions, and I could be way off base, is that there's either some kind of interference come through the line due to these cables being potentially near other electrical sources like power, voltage feeding outlets or whatnot. I know we've got this this hub that's sitting back here. Oh, and there is, you know what? There's echoing coming out of this guy. Yeah, that's another thing. Maybe we're getting a lot of echo coming out of here too. Especially once I step back just a little bit, I can hear this just bouncing right back. It is definitely hitting here and coming right back. And as I get closer, it's very, very prominent that is that there's definitely echoing coming back out of the baptismal basin area. All right. So just throw it out there. That may be what I'm hearing and not this. It could be, or it could be a mixture of both. It has to be, because I even hear it back here when I'm back there. So I'm thinking now that we're getting it from both sides. But I'm definitely hearing it. As soon as I turn, and it's definitely, even as I'm turning right here and moving backwards, I can hear it behind me coming now, for sure. So even as I'm pointing towards the rest of the congregation, now that I'm better focused, I can definitely hear it, especially when I move back. I can totally hear this coming back around. So we got this now too. So we definitely have, we have a lot of areas that are potentially causing a lot of bounce back echo type effects while we're up here talking, singing, what have you. So, yeah. So back to, want to throw that out there, but back to these speakers, there's echoing. And this is not turned up very loud. Just sitting here. You know what, let me turn this mic off, just to check. All right, so even with the microphone off, going over to these, this is not affecting what's coming through that. So based on what I know with like communication lines for Ethernet, with your internet communication, networking, right? So your communication lines are very sensitive to EMF fields, electromagnetic fields, that are coming off from your electrical. I was an electrician for 8 years. I know Paul can attest to this as well. Electrical lines carrying voltage and current can produce EMF fields radiating out in all directions from your lines, unless they're shielded. Most even shielded networking cables, I'm going to assume this is going to be the same for audio equipment, the wiring specifically. Even with shielded networking cables, if you've got a networking line running right next to an electrical line running current and voltage through it, there is still going to be interference bleeding through into the Cat 6, Cat 7 type Ethernet cables. Those are designed for, they can carry some current, but it's very, very small. But data for sure, that will cause interference. And it definitely can be noticeable, especially over video conferencing type calls and such. But just performance of your computer networking environment period will cause issues, especially with the interference aspect of it. So from my knowledge with that, I'm curious and wondering if that's not, because we've got a lot of power coming back here, right? And we've got this Stage Master, I call it like a J-box, a junction box, that we've got several different cables, audio cables being plugged into and running back out to the monitors, and maybe even these, actually those speakers, I know those speakers are coming back to this guy as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I feel that we've got, I feel we got both of those speakers and both of these monitors are all going to this. You know what, that microphone maybe too. I think that's what this cord is running back here. So, okay, so maybe not both speakers. So yeah, I'd have to, I'm pretty sure both these wall speakers are coming to this. So that'd be both those wall speakers. I'm pretty sure that microphone is this one here. I guess I can confirm that because I'm pretty sure these, Yeah, I'm not sure about these monitors, but yeah, I'd have to. I don't know who ran this, so. Um, yeah, but you know what? Looking at these connectors, two of them, I'm pretty confident, is those speakers up on the walls that are coming back to this guy. That microphone, I am pretty sure, is this cable that's running through here, coming around. That's this. Yeah, that's this cable. That's for the microphone here. All right, so that is totally, that one's coming here. So there's one other cable. Oh, you know what it is? There's a Y splitter. Okay, yeah. So there's a Y adapter connecting to, so these monitors are also connecting back here. So all four speakers and that microphone are all going to this guy here with quite a bit of electrical conduit and everything come back through here. And that could be posing an issue too. Just some observations, and again, some just my background knowledge on certain things that I feel would also apply to audio here. Again, I think, you know, maybe next step, you know, we'll try to play with some volume, but I think this is a better volume setting. It is definitely plenty loud enough out in that congregation while I'm here. I can still hear it. So, and again, I don't feel I'm talking as loud as Pastor Jacob does. These maybe, I feel these speakers are loud enough. Yeah, we'll have to work on that. So some of the testing has to do with the echoing. The other part of all this also has to do with the streaming stopping or not going at all. So I started streaming this. It appears it's streaming. I haven't got on my phone, and I'm getting really poor signal here. I don't have hardly any signal, so I really can't do much from my phone. Unless I, you know, go to the window. But on the YouTube channel, it does appear that it was streaming as well. As I was looking at the channel, and Mac had sent me a screen or a picture he took from last Sunday where there was no, it like froze up. So, no, I'm looking at this though, there is now that I'm looking at it, there's a warning. It's showing live stream with 40 some seconds, but I don't know if this was actually catching me up there or not. There's an error message. Please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Currently, keyframes are not being sent often enough, which can cause buffering. Let's see, open a widget. Let's see, which can cause buffering. The current keyframe frequency is 8.3 seconds. Note that ingestion errors can cause incorrect GOP or group of pictures sizes. So that was at 1:30. It is currently 1:30. So I'm wondering if that just popped up as I was coming back here. So looking at OBS, it shows it's still streaming and recording are both at the same time stamps. Frames per second are sitting steady at 30. CPU is under 2% usage. There are 0% and 0 dropped frames and a delay of 1 second. Okay. So let's do, you know what? Let's go ahead and turn on some monitors, and that way I can kind of watch while it's going on up there, and I'll go ahead and get this Roku going, and we can monitor and see if it shows me up on there or not. As I'm walking around, and there's that. All right, so let me, I could just be sitting up here talking and nothing is happening, which would be really sad. You know what? I did see movement on the screen though when I turned those monitors on, so maybe that 1 second delay was, I was out of frame long enough for that 1 second that, no, that's actually a major, because I'm 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000. So, what, about 6 to 8 seconds behind? Okay. So we'll go 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. All right, 4 or 5 seconds, give or take. All right. So it's streaming. Right, because it wouldn't be showing on the YouTube, because I know Mac sent me an image where it was essentially, wow, that's a really major echo right here. Like really bad. Yeah, right here. Way, way bad echo. And like additional electronic type of noise coming right at me. It's hard to hear where that's actually coming from. Is it here? Is it because I'm next to this guy? Is it? Oh, yep. Okay. So those speakers are very sensitive too. Huh. All right. Huh. All right. So let me see if I can find Mac's message of the screenshot he sent me. Of course, I left my glasses back up there, but yeah, so the screenshot he showed me, it was a black screen that just had a spinning thing saying preparing screen or stream. Yeah, stream, preparing stream. So I don't know, but he said it didn't stream at all. So I guess we'll, when I finish with all this, we will find out what exactly happens with all this. Wow, I've been talking for 40-some minutes. Oh, shoot. Okay, almost an hour. Huh, all right. I think this has been plenty long enough. I'll see what this keyframe frequency thing is and work on that real quick, but I don't know what caused the issue last week, because it's not happening unless this thing right here has something to do with it. I doubt it, but oh, actually my glasses are right here on me. Jeez, this has been quite a day. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, stop talking, and I'm going to turn mics off, turn streaming off, and work on this this error message up here. So for anyone who decides to watch this and wants to listen and watch for almost an hour, me up here, you know, whatever, doing stuff, hopefully you all enjoyed it. Otherwise, I'm going to, well, either way, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off and see what happens, and then hopefully things will be ready for tomorrow. All right, have a good one. Bye.